Hey everyone, it's Libby from maighstirtarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people, the traditional custodians of the land on which these videos are made, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. Sorry, Spot's just come round to have a little snuggle on the dog bed behind here. I must buy another one to actually be permanently in the office. Okay, so yeah, what the heck? Yeah, there he is. Down on the dog bed next to his mum. Okay, entertainment only. What I'm going to do, I'm going to have a couple of really interesting videos for you this afternoon that I just want to have a look in some alternate topics. And with what is happening on the 3D level at the moment, it feels like things are turning, things are changing, and we are moving into these alternate topics. It's going to be really interesting. Now, I hope the light's okay for you. I do have the window blind open there. It's a cloudy day outside, although I can see shiny side of my nose. I also have my ring light. I can't have the ring light straight in front of me because it will give me a migraine, but off to the side to try and equal up the light there. So hopefully it's okay. For volume, I have changed nothing. The microphone's the same, the settings are the same, the intensity of the volume is the same. Sounds like YouTube are playing funny buggers again. So just go into your settings on YouTube. It's the little cog button, and you should be able to find something that's called stable volume. And if you can, turn that on. Can't always, for some reason, again, YouTube playing, messing around. So just see if you can find stable volume and turn it on, and it should make a difference. Okay, what do I want to have a look at in this particular reading? As I said, entertainment only and matchy today. One of my beautiful viewers asked me a question about 3i Atlas in regards to Jupiter and Europa. In fact, a couple of people have asked me, so I'm going to have a look at that. Now, 3i Atlas apparently is emitting cyanide and nickel. Now, for those that don't know, cyanide is used in the extraction process of nickel on Earth. So what's happening is there is this extraction process that we are fully aware of on Earth happening from 3i Atlas. So it's emitting cyanide and nickel. Not quite sure why the nickel's been going through this process to be emitted, but also CO2, carbon dioxide, and H2O, water vapor. The building blocks of life, or two of the building blocks of life. There's more than that, you know, carbon-based life form on Earth. We need all sorts of little bits and pieces, but the two major ones are CO2 and H2O. Okay, that's interesting as well. Now, I'm not going to do a big deep dive on 3i Atlas. A lot of readers have done that, so I can totally recommend Lisa Jennifer Vest, and you guys in the comment section have recommended heaps of professional astronomers, not astrologers, astronomers who are tracking 3i Atlas as well. But what I actually note, they're telling me not that deck yet, they're telling me different deck. I want to have a look at a question. I'm getting chills. Getting chills. 3i Atlas. 3i Atlas. Will Jupiter, the big gas giant that is pretty much a failed star with its gases, will Jupiter be ignited and with life therefore evolving further on Europa? What a weird question. Now, Europa, if you don't know, and if you haven't read Arthur C. Clarke on Odyssey 2, Europa is an ice moon that is circling, orbiting Jupiter. It is the twin for Io. Io is a volcanic moon that is orbiting Europa. With constant eruptions happening. Now, if this constant eruptions are happening on Io while it orbits Jupiter, you can guarantee Europa, the ice planet, has constant eruptions in its core as well. So, Now, I haven't really researched this terribly much, but I'm pretty sure there has been, or speculated to be, or the markers have been discovered for life forms on Europa. But we don't know that we can't see them because they're under the ice. Now, they will not be an oxygen-based life form because there is not oxygen on Europa yet. They would be similar to the life forms that are found potentially near the incredibly deep sea, like in the Mariana Trench, etc., ocean vents, where there is no light, there is no oxygen, and the life forms subsist on chemicals that are emitted from these volcanic vents. Okay. This is going to be an interesting little deep dive. Let's have a look. My first question being life on Europa. Now, evolved. Oh, did I end up with some upside down? No, just just that one upside down. That was interesting. And I'm going to show you this card. There was just the one card upside down, and as I split the deck, there it was on the top. Star bathing. I'll see if I can get those lettering in focus. Light body, crystal being, transmission, activation. Now, the reason why I've said, in regards to this card, I'm going to do a deep dive to let you know what actually happened. I went to see my soothsayer yesterday, Judy. Few of you have discovered Judy. I've recommended you to her, and she's just gone on this journey over the last 18 months you would not believe. She was, just pretty standard tarot reader, spiritual reader, very much in connection with her guides. Used to hold workshops, which is where I met her 3 years ago, something along those lines. But what's happened, about 18 months ago, she had an enormous, very emotionally intense upgrade to the point where she found herself dealing with a past life that was about a lost love in a past life. But she said it was so incredibly intense that she literally wept for 5 days and could feel her heart expanding once she let herself fall into the experience of that particular past life. She also, at a stage there, ended up in the rain, on the beach, in the middle of winter, weeping for hours that she lost complete time of as she was receiving these uploads. Incredibly, incredibly intense. So she, used to do the circuit reading tarot at the fairs and stuff, and in her own home, and doing workshops about learning to connect with your guides and your spirits. But she had this really major upload, and she was like, "Oh my goodness, what do I do with it now?" Took her a while to discover the path. So she had the uploads, and then she had to discover what the hell to do with it. What the heck to do with it? And where it led her to was to become a healer of the light workers. She's been doing Reiki for years. She uses the singing bowls, etc. Very, very talented woman. So she then was led down this path of being a healer of, she says, the healer of the healers, but basically healer of light workers, and it encompasses all those like myself who read tarot on a YouTube channel, right through to other light worker healers who do Reiki or other forms of healing on the bodies. So it led her to become a healer of the healers. Now, I went to her yesterday to get her a Reiki session, I thought it was going to be a Reiki session. She's also very recently been connected with her intergalactic guides to download and up level energy. Oh boy. So I hopped up on the massage table sort of thing with the pillow behind my head and behind my knees and a beautiful blanket over me. She had some music playing. I asked her to turn the music off because I find music distracting. I prefer silence. So she turned it off and we could hear the rain pelting down outside. I love the sound of rain. As long as it's not flooding, but I love the sound of rain pelting down outside. Her cat, she started doing the Reiki session. Her cat leapt up on top of me on the massage table. It was quite high up, and settled down between my ankles and went to sleep. And she said that had never happened before. Beautiful cat too, by the way. Ragdoll cat, if you know the cats, but settled down between my ankles to keep me grounded. She very quickly, okay, this is actually going to talk about what happened to me when I went for this session. She very quickly, the session converted from Reiki very rapidly, because this is what she was told to do, into an energy upgrade. Now, what happened is she put the hands on my head, my eyes were closed, her eyes were closed, the cat jumped up. We both went, oh, okay, fair enough. And she started the energy upgrade session. And Judy said to me to just let go where the imagination takes me, because it's not imagination, it's where my spirituality is taking me. Now, as part of this, actually, let's see how we go. So what happened is, first of all, she was channeling the energy through me. My chakras, I could feel, moved out of my body and were suspended as crystals above my body, rotating gently, crystals, about fist size crystals above my body. Yeah, this is going to be about this upgrade because it was so phenomenal. And then I could feel through she brought the light through, and I could feel through my entire body, white light shooting down and I could see it. It was as if I was watching myself, shooting down every nerve ending of my body, every capillary, every vein, every artery, every segment of my body. That just turned into sparkling white light, like sparklers, but all strings of it. What happened then is that it was almost like coming out of my torso came almost like blue ice crystals, but clunking together to form almost like an angled, if I say box, I'm trying to think how many angles. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 angles. And then Judy did the cleansing, and that box just went whoop out of my feet, and the white light was replaced by pink. It was just, those strands of light. It was just amazing. Now, what happened then is she does this chanting in language that is her intergalactic language, her seed language, where she came from. She told me where it was. I can't remember. Her seed language of her spirit guide that comes from there. Oh, gosh, it was amazing. and the singing. Now, the singing voice was just beautiful. Not singing la 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 la, just the holding a note. Now, Judy's singing voice, oh, I'm just going to tell you now, this was not Judy. This voice that came through was not Judy. It was her guide, and it was the most intoxicating, entrancing, note holding, singing bowl sound. It was just amazing. Anyhow, so she then told me to go to my own seeding intergalactic area, just for my soul spirit to go to home, to its origin. You want to know where it took me? Here. Now, this figure, this was me lying on the bed, massage table, whatever you like to call it. This is exactly where I was taken. And I described it to Judy afterwards, that it was pinks and blues, and it was like I knew the word and I can't think of it because that's not what they call of it. You know, like the gases with that has all the colours, the photographs that are taken from the James Webb telescope, the colours. And the colours were pink and blue. And there was no physical being there. They were all light. The entities that were there in this soul home were all light. And the fact that this card was upside down when at the splitting of the deck, and it is exactly the image that I saw, well, pretty close too. I mean, up here was actually black with the infinity of space, but this in the front, oh my goodness. So spent a little time there. When I came back, it was almost reluctantly actually, but when I came back, I was like I was over my body, and my body was like you know when you do the shadow cutouts of the paper, of the black paper, my actual body was the shadow cutout of the black paper, but sparkling with stars. Not huge number of stars, but you know, the normal sort of kind of night sky that you would see. And around it was this white, white misty type stuff, but swirls of the white mist. Anyhow, what happened then is Judy instructed me to imagine a golden infinity symbol above my head, to draw it all the way through my body as all the way through, which basically forms two tunnels within the body from top to toe, grounding to spirituality. And then what happened then is coding came through those tunnels from spirit, from spiritual energy. Up-leveling coding came through those tunnels. Woomph into the body. Now, Judy was trying to talk me through what to do, and I was 10 steps ahead of her. And I told her afterwards, you were telling me this, and I'd already done it. It just came woomph right through the body, and then it dispersed. So it was this leveling upgrade, a recoding of the spirituality. Now, I know this sounds really la-la way out there, but it was just mind-blowing. So this coding spread, spiritual coding spread right through the body. And then what happened then is then the light shot back out, and to send this to the stratosphere, to the universe, to everywhere, every corner. And Judy at that time went, scooted out of the way, because she said afterwards she had never felt such a surge of energy, and she had to, because she was still up at my head, sitting at my head. She said I had to get out of the way of that because it would have blown me back out the window that was behind her. Probably metaphorically, not really, but she said there had never been she had never felt such a force of energy. Now, I'm not blowing my trumpet here. I'm talking about this in the third person abstract because I could feel it all happening to me, but it wasn't the skin being of me. Does that make sense? So then what happened is, after that had happened, she brought me back. Upload had been completed. I literally could not speak. I felt like I wanted to speak, but I literally could not. And I felt like, lying there, unable to move, that I had to somehow squeeze myself back into my skin. That took a while. I literally had to repack myself back into the skin being that is here in front of you. And then eventually I got up, we sat, drink of water to ground the physical body, and we had a chat about it. And I said to Judy, what just happened? So we had a chat about that. And I said, well, what am I supposed to do with it? And she said, you will know. You've had this massive upgrade. She said, I've never actually, with all her hundreds of clients, never had such an upgrade. And she said, you will know what to do with it. And she deals with a lot of clients, including a lot of light workers over in the US, remotely, online, doing this work. Now, what happened was I got a new guide, and it is an intergalactic guide. And I haven't worked out how to pronounce their name yet. It feels like it's masculine energy. My guides do tend to be masculine. I've got maighstirtarot, Surishin, female guide, here for basically until she's no longer required. She's one of those short-term guides. I don't even know if she's still here. I'll have to ask her. But Aeren, A-E-R-N, is the spelling of it that I've been given. Obviously, they don't spell it. It is just, it's a moniker for them, for us to be able to relate to them. All our guides' names are simply because we as skin beings require titles to be able to, names. We need names to be able to call somebody or something by its name. Salt lamp, artwork, roses, Libby, Benny, you know, we need something. Spot, Bindy's over there somewhere. We as skin beings require a name to be able to name something. Dragonfly, dragonfly, dragonfly. Plant, devil's ivy. Interesting plant to have in the background of devil's ivy. But we skin beings need a name to be able to call something, to be able to make a connection with it, to give it a substance, even if it is simply an entity. So Erin. Oh, I'll get it eventually. So we were talking about, well, now what? And she said, your guides will let you know. And that was actually really interesting, because as I was trying to fit back into my skin, sorry if I'm jumping around here, as I was trying to fit back into my skin with this spiritual upload, I felt like I was on top of a skyscraper, and right down on ground level, I can see Maighstirtarot. Now, nothing, Meister and Noreen, amazing guides. They have been incredible for me when I was on that ground level. Now I'm telling them, come on, boys, get in the elevator and join me up there. I'm hoping they'll come. But up on that top of that skyscraper, oh gosh, sorry, I just felt like the whole room just went, woo, is Arin. Now I said to Judy afterwards, I said, well, what am I going to do with this? And she said, your guides will let you know. She kept getting the word arbitrator. Now, an arbitrator is a go-between, someone who introduces this side to this side, someone who negotiates this side with that side, someone who comes up with solutions between two sides that may be in conflict, that both sides can be happy with, but it is basically a messenger, a diplomat, a negotiator who sits between the two. Now, I then started telling her about my reading with 3i Atlas yesterday about the fact that we will be knowing. And I do wonder whether that is the new role, is the knowing role and the sharing. And she did say, you need to, no, she didn't say you will need to. What did she say as she was channeling? Because boy, oh boy, she's full on. You will share messages with your community, your tribe. Not everyone will be in the position to hear the message, but those that need to hear it will hear it. And those that need to hear it will find you. So I don't know what my role is going forward. I will keep doing these readings not these readings, this is a weird reading. I will keep doing the normal day-to-day readings as I do, but I'm really excited about what this new path is going to be with this channel, with you guys. Now, this morning, was it this morning or last night? I can't remember. I woke and drifted back off to sleep. And while it's when I'm drifting off to sleep that I get my visions. And I got a vision that I had to put the energy out there with my hands and push it through the screen for you. And it's just an incredibly powerful energy for you that I needed to push through, literally pushing this energy through. And I know that it makes me look like an evangelical pastor going, oh, but that's the vision I had, and that's what they wanted me to do. So I'm just pushing this energy that's just clenching my skin being through to you guys. Because those of you that need it, need it. Okay. All right. That was a bit of a star bathing journey for you. The light body. And boy, oh boy, trying to get that light body, that light spirit back into the skin. It was a bit of an effort. The transmission and the activation with that crystal grid. And this, I don't know where it is, but this is where my seeding came from. So thank you for joining me on that particular journey. I'm just looking to see what the cards are either side. And this one, the messenger. And that's what my role is. Harmony and balance, arbitrator. So, yeah, this is going to be an interesting journey. I will, absolutely, I will still come on as I do. I will do readings on the day-to-day, but I just feel like we here on earth are spiritual beings, and that's you, every single one of them. Every single person on this earth is a spiritual being. That a shift has changed. A shift has changed, a shift has happened. Change is here. And Judy did say that with a lot of her clients who are booking for readings now, she said, rarely ever read the cards. Nobody wants to know about, should I stay in this relationship or should I go? Am I going to get that job or not? She said, just about every single one of them wants to explore and learn how to develop their spirituality. Now, I'm not going to give you Judy's details because by crikey, she is overwhelmed as it is with the number of clients. But just know that these people are out here. They are out there. If you are meant to, at the time that you are meant to find them, you will find them. They will be there for you. Unexpectedly often, as in you're not looking and all of a sudden they're there. But when the timing is right for you, for this sort of energy upgrade, you will find the person, the guide, the channeler that will bring you this upgrade. And it may even be me. I don't know. But in the meantime, while I work out what the heck to do with this, I will continue with the daily readings. But that was a mind-blowing, out-of-the-world experience. So I'm going to leave you there, and hopefully I will then have a look at, this is why I wanted to leave these two readings until after I'd done those earlier ones, the lower vibration readings. I want to have a look at Jupiter and Europa. Okay, catch you shortly. Love to you all. Hoo-wee! Interesting times.